Michael Jordan, Virat Kohli, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs built Apple overnight. Taking the shortcuts, you're actually making your journey more longer. Here's the truth, the long way is the shortcut. But if you take the shortcuts, you won't learn those small things which are really important in the future. And always feeling like, why this is happening to me? Like, embrace that long journey. Make sure you're enjoying the journey. Because whenever I tried to take the shortcut, it actually never didn't work. Today I'm going to show why in this video. What if I told you that every single shortcut you ever took in your life made your journey more longer? You might be taking that shortcut just to make sure you reach your goal more faster. You might be skipping your process to reach that goal. But did you know this? By taking the shortcuts, you're actually making your journey more longer. By skipping the process, by skipping what you have to do, you're actually making a big mistake. Let me prove it to you. Think about a time when you were preparing for an exam. You might be thinking you don't need to study consistently, you just need to study one day before the exam. You did that, but instead of getting good grades, you might get like some normal grades. Even though if you get good grades, what are you wasting there? What are you sacrificing there? You're sacrificing a good night's sleep before the exam, so you might not be in a good presence of mind when the exam is happening. You might be completely making your sleep schedule very bad. It might not look like it's a bad thing, but once your sleep schedule is gone, it's really hard to get it back. I know how it feels because sometimes I work late and I really know how much I have to work hard to get my sleep schedule back to normal. That's not the only example. Let's take fitness. If you follow the diet properly, if you consistently work hard for like few years, you might get a good body. If you follow some crash diet, you may or may not get the good body, but you will definitely see so many changes in your body. Like there might be hormonal imbalances, or there might be like your energy crash when you are doing something, because sometimes when people crash diet, they actually don't eat a lot. They completely reduce the calorie intake they are taking. They think that works, but that definitely don't work sometimes. You can't suddenly decrease your calorie intake completely suddenly. And as a shortcut, so many people want to decrease their calorie intake completely for few days and try to get their weight down, but that don't work like that. That definitely don't work like that. You have to consistently work hard. You have to consistently maintain the calorie deficit, not so much, just like 100 to 200 calories. That will make sure you are reducing the weight, you're reducing the fat, but not the muscle. But if you crash that, you may reduce the muscle, not just the fat. So you might be thinking you're taking the shortcut, but that might not be the shortcut. That might be something you're taking which will waste your time, which will waste your energy, and which will make your journey more longer. Now ask yourself, did you ever take the shortcut, and did you ever feel like instead of getting more time, you felt like you wasted more time? Here's the truth, the long way is the shortcut. Today I'm going to show why in this video. I have been there. I tried to rush the process. There were so many times I tried to take the shortcuts, but that definitely didn't work. When I was a kid, my dad told me that there is no shortcut to success. And I think when I was a kid, I didn't understand what it was, but as I was growing up, I understood what's the true meaning of it. Because like whatever I was trying, whenever I tried to take the shortcut, it actually never didn't work. Sometimes it seems like it worked, but it never didn't work. For everything I'm doing now, I had to work really hard, and I don't see any shortcuts in any place. Not just me, I'm following so many athletes progress, so many athletes career, or like businessman's career, anyone. I never saw anyone who took some shortcuts. Everyone worked really hard. There are so many sleepless nights, so many like days and nights they worked behind the screens, which no one actually see. Everyone sees that one night and everyone thinks that's their own night success, but that's not true. There's a lot of hard work behind the screen, and which no one actually watched. And everyone thinks there is a shortcut, but there's definitely not. But there's definitely no shortcut anywhere in the world. Like whenever you see any famous person's YouTube channel, your first thought would be, that guy might have some secret, that guy might have some shortcut, he might have done it, that's how he might have done it. But that's not really true. When you check those pages, you can really tell how much they worked hard, how much they grown step by step. I have seen so many people's faces like that. It looks like they all grown with just one video. They may have did some mantra or something like that, but that's not true. They did work so hard. I know I'm not alone. Right now there are so many people, maybe people who are actually watching this video thinking I might give some shortcut which may make things more easier for you guys. But that's not true. That's not how it actually works. There are so many people who wants to get a shortcut. They don't want to work there very hard for their business they really wanted. They just want the shortcut which they want to do in their life and get those rewards. But that definitely doesn't work like that. Like, let's just say one thing. What if I get a YouTuber who like endorsed my channel and I got like so many views from that YouTuber just because that YouTuber endorsed me, or if I get like so many like likes, comments because of that YouTuber, if I get so many subscribers, what I will do then? What after that, if I whatever content I'm uploading, what if people don't like it? They will instantly unsubscribe me. So it's not that hard to unsubscribe me. So even though if I get that shortcut to get those many views or subscribers or like likes or comments, if I don't post regularly, if I don't post the right content for that audience, I will lose all the audience. Here the most important part is to learn what to post, to learn how to like make the content more engaging. If I learn that, like let's take it as an example, like I have roughly 300 subscribers, but when this happened, like when I got 1000 views, I got like 250 subscribers or something, I got 1000 views for a video. How a 250 subscribers channel got 1000 views? So here the subscriber count doesn't matter at all. If your content is good, your video will go viral. 1000 views is definitely not viral, but for me, I would take it as viral, because as a channel which has 250 subscribers, getting 1000 views is really big deal. 4 times more than my subscribers count. So that do say something. Like that do say that if your content is good, the number of subscribers you have really doesn't matter. What happens if I get like 100k subscribers, but if my content is not good, no one's gonna watch my videos. So there is no point having 100k subscribers and the content is not good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to learn step by step how to make the content more engaging, how to make sure I'm confident in front of the camera. These are all kinds of things. So as I'm learning these things step by step, even though I'm not getting views, I can see the slow progress, and I can see the slow progress of how my channel is growing. So now if I get 100k subscribers at some point in my life, like this organically, like this slowly, I know how to get my audience attention because I organically grew that. I didn't get any shortcut. I think that's how everything works. Let's say if you give Virat Kohli a chance when he was a 10 years kid, I don't think he would have scored like 82 centuries. I think it's 82 or 83, but 82 centuries. Just imagine if you give him chance at 10 years old, he wouldn't have scored how many centuries he scored now. He was able to score those many centuries because he consistently performed in all stages in his cricketing career, and he get chance in his under-19. He played under-19 international for India. So since he was a kid, he played consistently until the under-19 time. So he actually grew the confidence. He actually improved his skills playing those shots, playing that cover drive and everything. So that's how things work. It's always a slow progress. You can't actually look for a fast progress. You can't actually look for a fast success way. You may get some people really get, but I don't think that will stand forever. Like for example, so many people lean towards Instagram reels and like YouTube shorts more than the long format videos, because that's more, I won't say it's more easier, it's really like less work, more reward kind of thing. It will work for some time, but when it comes, like, I think long videos is always the king of the social media. Long videos is always the king of the online, like these platforms and everything. So if you learn how to make the long videos more engaging, you can easily make the short videos more engaging. But if you start with the short videos, you will learn along the way, but as soon as you come to the long video, it will get so much harder for you. So like I would see the short videos as a shortcut, and I don't want to take the shortcut. That's why in my channel I am focusing more on the long videos. Yes, I am actually uploading so much short content as well, but my main focus was on long videos now. So let me ask you something. Where in your life you are taking the shortcut, and do you really think you need a shortcut there? Do you really think that shortcut will make you reach what you really wanted to reach? If there is a long way, if there is a way that you can learn things without the shortcut, always take that way. I know the process is very long and very slow, it takes a lot of time, but you will learn so many things along the way. If you learn these small things along the way, when there is a big problem comes in future, it's very easy for you to problem solve. But if you take the shortcuts, you won't learn those small things which are really important in the future, and you may like face so many problems and you don't know how to solve those problems, and you have to like you might waste so much time solving those problems. But if you take the long way now, when you're getting those problems, it gets so much easier. That's how I feel, because when I was doing Python, like I started learning Python on my own from the YouTube channels and everything, but I started to learn from the basic. I know people who directly wants to do something, make the functions and try to make something, but I never did like that. I always try to learn every single thing, like what is float, what is integer, what is like list, what is dictionary, what are sets, what are tuples and everything. Once I am so confident in all of those, then I went to functions, then I started learning what are if statements, else statements and all those things. So I think like whatever you're doing, like always take the long way. Like long way is the real shortcut. It may look long, it may take so much time, but it is the right way to learn every single thing. If you have ever felt frustrated that success is taking so long, and you're not alone, every successful person, every successful business or athlete or everyone were in that road at some point in their life. Like you're not alone, everyone has to face that, everyone has to take that long road. Instead of like getting frustrated and always feeling like why this is happening to me, like embrace that long journey. Make sure you're enjoying the journey. Like after some days when you look back, you will see the journey and you will really be proud of yourself. Like in my case, I was like doing a role technical services operator for like last 2 years. I was so frustrated for last like 2 years. I was working really hard, but I was not able to get what I really wanted. But now I think by the time this video got released, I am a junior FX artist now. So I'm really happy about it. Yes, it took me 2 years to get the role I really wanted, but I didn't give up. Initially, I definitely got so much frustrated, but then I started enjoying the process. I started learning so many things. In the role I'm doing right now, there are so many things I could learn. Not every other artist can learn. So I took the opportunity and I learned so many things which will be really helpful for me in the future. So like the main point I'm trying to say here is like I just didn't give up. I made sure I enjoyed the process. I embraced this long journey, and after the 2 years I really got the role I really wanted. So I'm so happy that like I'm trying to tell this as an example. Like yes, it takes time, but you will get what you want. You just have to be patient, don't give up, and work really hard. Think about the people you really admire, the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists. Do you really think they reached where they are like overnight? Do you really think Michael Jordan became great just because he found a hack? He didn't practice. Like, do you really think he didn't practice at all? Do you really think Virat Kohli scored like 82 centuries or 83? I really don't remember the number. I think it's 82 or 83. I wish he reaches 100 very soon, so I can directly say 100 instead of guessing 82 or 83. But like, do you really think Virat Kohli scored those many centuries without practicing, without like working hard? Do you really think Warren Buffett gets rich without actually investing consistently for decades? Do you really think Steve Jobs built Apple overnight? No, that didn't happen. He worked really hard. He built Apple over so many years. He made it as a successful company. Out of all the examples I said now, like in everyone's journey, there is one thing that's really, really common. They all took the long journey. They all really didn't wish for that overnight success. They worked really hard for so many days and they choose the long way. Believe me, long way is not the long way. It is the real shortcut. If you take the shortcuts, that's the long way. I honestly don't know how this started, but in today's world, people really want to see overnight success. People really glorifies the overnight success. I don't know how it started. I don't know how people think overnight success is really true and it really works for everyone. For some people it might work, but I don't think it works for everyone. The truth is, success is built on small, consistent actions over time. There are few people who works really, really hard for like 5 to 6 years without seeing any results. If you know about Alex Hormozi, he have almost 9 startups which failed before his current startup worked. So he failed 9 times over, like I think it's 8 years. So for 8 years he consistently worked hard. He learned so many things over the 8 years, then he got the success. If he had given up any time before that 8 years, like he would have not got that success. He consistently worked really, really hard and he eventually got the success. Want to get fit? Go to the gym every single day, not just for like few days or few weeks. Go for a few years. Want to master a skill? Put in the reps. Work on that skill every single day. It might take few decades. Just work on that skill consistently every single day. Want to build wealth? Invest wisely. Don't invest for like quick returns. Invest for the long-term returns. If you everything you really want, it takes time. If you really are hoping for a quick return, if you're really hoping for short-term like success, it may come, but you're not sure it will stay for longer or not, because as much as short-term success is easier and faster, that amount of time it might take to like go away is like this, because you might do one single mistake and you completely lose every single thing. And because you didn't work hard, because you don't know how you got those things, you might not understand how to actually problem solve when you are in that situation. So it's always good to show up every single day and don't give up on your dreams. Sometimes it may take time, but it will happen. Long road isn't easy. It will test you. You will fail like multiple times. You will want to quit, but that's exactly why it works, because so many people in this world don't want to fail, and most people aren't willing to like keep going when they are failing consistently. The ones who win are the ones who don't give up and keep on working on their skills, keep on doing what they want to do, and don't give up until they achieve that goal. Where in your life you given up really, really soon? Do you think if you didn't give up and if you persistently work on it, will it work for you? And instead of quitting, if you kept on going, do you think you can achieve that goal? If you feel like you can achieve that goal, it's not too late. You can still try. You can still start working on it. You can still like work on those skills and continue from where you stopped. So if you think it can work, start again and keep going until you reach your goal. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried rushing something, taking the shortcuts, and give more work on to yourself? Because you took the shortcut, you made few mistakes and you had to work on it. Were you ever in that situation before? So like what I want to say is, if you were ever in that situation, you need to understand by now, every time you take a shortcut, sometimes it might work, but if it don't work, you're creating more problems and you have to spend more time to work on those problems to solve. I once heard a story about a farmer who wanted his crops to grow faster. He pulled on the stalks every day to force them to grow faster, but instead of growing them faster, whole crop field was dead. But instead of growing, they died because he didn't let the roots develop. We do the same thing in our life. We rush the success, but without the strong foundations, that success doesn't actually stand for longer. Success isn't about the speed, it's about the strength. So you have to make your foundations as strong as possible. This is something my dad always say, like when you start learning something, you have to make sure your foundations are really, really strong. Let's take it as a building. if your foundations are really strong, you can get the building to like 10 levels or 12 levels or 20 levels or something. But if your foundations are not that good, if the foundations of the building are not that good, after building more than 2 or 3 levels, you can't go more, because there might be a situation the building may collapse if you build more than that. But if your foundations are good, you can build more and more and more. That's how it works in life. When you are learning a skill, you have to work on the foundations. Like the YouTube thing, I may get wild just now, but I don't know how I can handle it, because I don't feel like I have enough knowledge to actually take my YouTube page to next level when it gets viral. I think I have to learn more and more and more about the YouTube. I need to learn more about the hooks and like connections and the relatable stories and everything. I'm learning a lot. I learned a lot compared to how it was, but I think I had to learn more than what I know now. So that's how it works for every single thing. Even the cricket, you can't like go and play cricket on your first day. Like if your foundations are not good, you can't play in the highest level. But if your foundations are good, you can play at the highest level, because you can improve your game on those foundations. A business owner who builds relationships, skills, and a brand will always be the one chasing the trends. An athlete who trains consistently will definitely be the person who is looking for the hacks, who is looking for those small shortcuts. The wrong road builds real success, because it builds you, it builds your skills, it actually builds you like the long-term skills you can use in your life. But if you chase the shortcuts, you may get the success, but you won't have the skills to maintain that success. And the other important thing is, true success is earned, not given. Look at any field, look at any person who is successful. They didn't get given the success from to hand by anyone. That's why you don't want to take any shortcuts, because if you end that success, you will go through the transformation you have to go through to get that success. But if you didn't, and if you get that by a shortcut, you don't go through the transformation, so I don't think that's a success at all for some reason. If you don't go through the transformation, you haven't learned anything in the journey, and that means when there is a big problem, you don't know how to solve. So now the question is, are you willing to embrace the process? Are you willing to embrace the journey, knowing it might take longer, it might take some years or decades to reach your goal? The long way isn't just the shortcut, it's the only way to achieve the goals. Success isn't about the speed, it's about the strength you are building over the time. So you have to make sure that foundations are really strong. It's not about the hacks, it's about the mastery. It's not about avoiding the process, it's about the embracing the process and enjoying that whole journey. If you like this video, you know the drill, and I'm hoping you will like this video. I'm hoping you are liking this style of the videos. I think I would have uploaded one of the room video before this. I will check the stats. I will check how the views are compared to like the videos I'm shooting out and the videos in the room. I'm actually enjoying these types of videos. I'm actually enjoying when I'm talking here in front of the camera in the park and everything. In the room, I don't know, for some reason I'm feeling a bit not good. In the room, I just don't know, I'm not that confident. I can feel that. Here, I'm more confident than normal. And today, I don't know, for some reason, I didn't feel the same confident as every single day. I don't know the reason. Maybe because it's a different timing. Normally, I shoot in the morning times. Today, it's like 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. in the evening. So maybe that's the reason why I'm not feeling that confident. Maybe I'm tired because of the whole day. I don't know. But let me know if you like this video. Let me know in the comments what type of journey you are going through, what type of things you are doing in your life, and let me know if you have any journeys you want to share with everyone. I really want to hear all of your journeys. And you know the drill. If you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. I will come back soon.